He
Get a
gave
piece
us
of celery in
some
it.
fresh
Really?
mozzarella and tomatoes. He gave us
I'm
a
not
nice
gonna-
antipasto.
I'm not going to make it to the break.
And
What song was that you just played for the thing?
that is
That was
the.
really good.
Remember, I went to the Judas Priest
That's
concert?
Judas Priest?
That's their new.
Oh, I love that
it's
song.
Their new single called Firepower.
It's very deep purplish.
Yeah, and you said you weren't going to like the show.
No, I didn't say that. I like Judas Priest. I just can't take a whole concert of it.
I have a song.
I like heavy metal a lot.
What is it called?
It's called Long Leg Sally
By who?
by the Bitter Boys.
The Bitter Boys.
Yeah.
Long Late Sally.
No. Oh.
It's about a hooker. Oh, come on. What the?
Ed.
I have a song.
That's 22 Acacia Avenue.
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. Yeah,
No way,
that's
Jose.
a new song that her son Joseph likes.
This
It's
was
like
what-
a
oh,
technical
really?
song. But
Long
so
Leg
Ed,
Sally.
you finally declared a winner. A winner?
Well, the voters have declared a winner.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
And the
That's Ed's music in the background.
No, Ed's way harder than this. This is pop music for Ed.
That might as well be Britney Spears.
Yeah, right.
it pretty much is.
So after
Oops, you did
the
it again.
exhausting voting trials that took place, who was declared the winner?
The infamous Jen Garrett has
Oh,
won.
okay.
From Chicago,
now, what
Illinois.
did she exactly win? A date with you? Or?
No, her police officer husband would probably beat the hell out of me. He's a big dude.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I would.
She won a trophy. She got a trophy.
She gets a trophy. She gets $200 in gift cards, and she will either get a. We'll have to discuss it. She can either have a role in my movie, or she can be an executive producer.
Wow.
Very nice.
If I knew that, I would have entered the contest.
Yeah, right. Oh, you would have won hands down, Paul. But
Executive producer. I'd do it just for the title.
yeah, you got to check out.
Executive producer. This means she's gonna get a point.
Getting back to the food, but I tell you what, the sandwiches that he made today was
They were
turkey
good.
and cheese,
Roast
chicken
beef.
cutlet, roast beef. I mean, and you know what I like? The bread with the seeds on it.
Yeah, his semolina Italian bread is incredible.
So I'm going to try and get Ross to call in every week and just describe the food and to thank him. I think he's coming in studio next week.
Well, that would be
good.
nice.
So that'd be cool.
Is that our anniversary show or no?
Yes, it is. That's another thing I was going to put up next week. Well, actually, the 12th is
Right.
technically our anniversary.
Well, we have to do it on a Wednesday. So.
Right. So next week will be 2 years. Animal House Radio is on the air. So
Wow.
and thanks to Gene Pirro for making that phone call, but then making my life a living hell ever since. Well, you know what? Listen, I'm the first one to bash Gene when he does wrong, but you know what? I came in today and I have a brand new chair. I'm not sinking to the floor.
We'll fix that.
So
Yeah, but I was farting in that chair for an hour.
What's this screw here do?
yeah, right. So it's very comfortable. so
Oh,
I'm
wow.
pleased.
Oh, good.
I want it to be put in the other room when it's not in use. You know. I don't care
Everybody-
how much you want for it. I'll buy it from you, and we'll put a tarp over it, and it'll sit next to the sawzall that doesn't get used.
Just park it next to the Sawzall. No one will
Yeah,
touch it.
nobody will even see it. Ruben won't see it.
That'll take the legs off the chair with the sawzall.
If Tom Mangelli sits in that chair, it's going to be obliterated.
Oh my God.
Here's Ruben. Yeah, I try to do what I can. I just sawzall. You know, I have to Uber and make money. Somebody's got to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lloyd, can I have your autograph? I'm sorry that you're in the urinal while I'm asking.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so we got a great show for you lined up tonight. Tonight,
Yeah.
in just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by Marion Ross, who you
Mrs.
may
C.
Mrs. C. You may know and love her from the TV show Happy Days.
Yep.
Yes, she's
Great
going to
lady.
join us at 8:45. We're going to get her on the line. She's got to talk about her new. She wants to talk about her new book called My Days, Happy and Otherwise, which is a great book.
Yep.
And then joining us at 9:45 for all you horror movie maniacs, we have Sid Haig. If you
Love
remember
that
from
guy.
the Devil's Rejects, he played Captain Spaulding. And if you look at Sid's resume,
He's got a long story.
He's
He's been
been
in
in
a lot of stuff.
so many TV shows that you know and love, and so many movies that you know and love. With Diamonds Are Forever. I didn't even know he was in a Bond film.
Yeah, I don't remember him in that movie at
You know,
all.
it's funny. One night I was flipping channels years ago, and I caught one of those Jackie Brown. It's like a Jackie Brown type movie, like Foxy or
Yeah, Foxy
Coffee.
Brown. He's in Foxy Brown, yeah.
He's in Coffee too.
Right.
Oh wow.
With
yeah.
Pam Grier.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I'm flipping through and I stopped at it because I'm, waiting to see tits. But, I hear like he's like I guess a pilot, and I hear and I'm thinking, holy shit, I know that voice.
You want to laugh?
That's Sid Haig from '73.
I knew this, but I didn't put the correlation together. You remember the movie The Forbidden Dance about the Lombardi years ago? He played like a shaman in that movie. He was like a badass. It was really good. I mean, the movie was like a cheesy movie, but he had a great role. He was like
A
this
lot of
badass
cheesy
shaman
movies.
that, like, he got arrested by the cops and he did like this little thing with feathers and he got loose of the cuffs It was really cool. Like he was just
Really?
a cool.
Was
It's
it
the only,
com-
only
so was
movie
it-
he was ever in without a beard or mustache.
It was a comedy.
No, it was
No.
a serious movie. Yeah, it was like about the Lambada.
Feathers
or-
taking handcuffs off. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been in a comedy.
Lambada, the
I don't
Forbidden
know.
Dance.
Tongue-in-cheek horror movies, maybe, but not
Yeah,
not
mostly
comedy.
the horror genre, which is
House
what
of a
I've got.
Thousand Corpses with Dr. Satan. That shit was just
Oh,
that was
wow.
just bizarre.
Paul said he watched the Devil's Reject. He said
I
it's
never
the
seen
most
such a-
goriest. Believe me,
It has
there's-
to be the goriest
that's,
movie I've ever
that's
seen.
a lightweight
No,
gore
no, no, no.
movie.
You got to watch
I
House
mean,
of a Thousand Corpses.
well, not that it's gory. It's just the way they killed the way they killed the people was so gory.
I tell you what, you know what I liked about The Devil's Rejects? Not just the fact that it's a great movie. Rob Zombie, I think, is a great director. But what I really liked about it was a reprisal of so many different careers.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Lewis,
Right.
Pamela, what's her name? Pamela.
Anderson.
No, the girl from Priscilla Barnes.
Oh, Priscilla
from
Barnes, that's
Three's
it.
Company.
She was Terry the nurse. Yeah.
Right, she was Terry the Nurse. P.J. Souls, who was in
Right.
Stripes.
Stripes, right?
She's the woman. He steals her car and punches
right.
her out.
Right.
Look at Leslie Easterbrook played the mother,
Right.
Gene,
and she was in Laverne and
Police
Shirley.
Academy.
Gene,
again, 'cause
Steve
that echo
Jarrett
again.
says we're a little distorted. So you want to fix that?
Yeah, there's the echo again.
And we're getting an echo too.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Marion.
Yes,
Hi, it's Carlo. How are you?
I'm fine, darling.
A real bad echo.
All right, hold on. We're having some technical difficulties here.
Okay.
Is you have it on mute?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh.
No, you know what? I think the echo is gone.
Okay, we're
Nope,
good.
there it is. Marion, can you hear an echo?
I can't.
Okay, because then basically this interview is going to take twice as long.
No, I don't want it to do that.
We're going to ask every question twice.
No. Is it still there?
Yep.
Why are we getting an echo?
It's got to be the feed. You got to go. You're looping it somehow.
You want to call again on
Yeah, you want to? You know what? We're gonna try you right back. Thank you.
All right, Marion, thank you.
Sorry about that. And we'll get the. I don't hear it now.
Check.
That she's off.
No, there it is.
I hear it.
It's there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Steve Jarrett says we're a bit distorted.
Maybe somebody has their cell phone on.
No, it's not from the cell phone. It's probably from the Facebook Live or one of the feeds. There you go.
Yeah,
Now it's
something
gone.
just
Now
went
it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you
Whatever
turn
you
off?
did, that was it.
You turned it off because I don't hear
Wait a
us
minute.
on
Wait a
the
minute.
mics.
Wait a minute.
I still hear it.
It's still there.
A
It's
little
very
bit in the
faint.
It's faint.
background.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
It's there, but it's very faint.
Yeah, and everyone on Facebook says our voice is too low. Echo.
Low.
What do they mean?
All right, well, put it up medium. Medium.
I don't care about the volume. I care more about the echo.
Yeah, the echo. The
Yeah.
echo is annoying, actually.
It's got to be a loop somehow between our feed from the camera and the thing.
Are we
It's
still
got
getting the echo?
to be a second feed we're getting.
I can't hear myself in my headphones. Can you bring her up a little bit, Gene? Why is she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here. We're working on it right now.
Yeah.
We're experiencing
Don't,
technical
we'll echo.
difficulties.
We'll edit this out. Don't worry. We'll get it working.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get it
No,
working. Everything.
What did she say? I can't.
Yeah, I could
She
barely
said
hear
you
her.
sound better.
Yeah,
We sound
Yeah, but
better.
now we can't hear her.
Yeah, I could barely hear her. I gotta see if we can turn it up.
We're on a couple. Yeah, that's one of the ones we're on.
Yep.
She wanted to know if we're Armed Forces Radio.
we're on-
Yes,
which we
yes,
are, right.
that's one of the. Yeah, that's one of many. Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
International.
Yes.
We serve pancakes too.
It's blueberry. Red, white, and blueberry.
There we go. No echo now. Something's not right.
Is there still an echo?
Yeah.
Marion, can you hear us now?
I can hear you just fine.
It's got to be a switch, Gene.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Now we
Something's
can
not
hear
right.
her better, but the echo is even more.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to try and get through this, or?
Yeah, let's
'Cause
do
I-
it.
she's
Call
very-
me on my cell phone?
Um.
Probably
Yeah.
not. Doesn't make any difference, I guess.
You know
Yeah.
what? That's a good
You have a
idea.
landline? You have a
'Cause,
landline?
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let Gisela, our junior producer, call you, and you can give her the number off the air. I don't want to obviously give it over the air.
All right.
It might be because we're going through a cell phone.
It could be, yeah.
Possibly.
But
No,
even,
no.
but even when she was on, we were still getting the echo.
No, but she's not on her cell phone.
No,
she's
she's
on
gonna
her
give us that
landline.
number.
So it's not her.
All right,
it's us.
we'll give her a call right back.
Yeah, I
Gisela,
think
you want
it's
to take
us.
care of that?
Sure. hold on.
I'm
Gene-
going to hang up then, okay?
Okay.
Yes,
We'll call you
that's
right
fine.
back. Don't go nowhere.
All right, bye.
Let's figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before we get her on the horn. I mean,
Gene has-
unless it is her for some reason, maybe it's her phone.
not.
She's
just
on a
been
fax line.
It's not because she's off and we're still getting the echo. It's got to be something in
Yeah.
the board.
Is there still an echo?
Gene, just check out the board. See what something's different.
Gene, is it the X splitter? Maybe it's not muted.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
it
it's
now.
got to be something. Let him look at it. Let him look at it.
Her cell phone number.
Yeah.
It's her fax line. Yeah.
Whichever line
Apologize profusely.
she wasn't on.
No, we're gonna go overboard.
Yeah, no, we're not even started yet.
We need a whole nother show just to read the list.
I don't know what it was fine until the intro was fine, wasn't it?
Well, we had echo beforehand, and then we
It's got
tried
to be
to get rid
something.
of
It's got to
it.
be a switch or something you have on there that's
It's
it's
fu-
looping it somehow. But it wasn't doing it until all of a sudden, and now it won't go away. So how do we get rid of that? Oh, okay.
Is there still an echo now? I don't think
I
so.
don't hear anything.
Check.
Check.
No, it's not echoing.
No, it's not echoing now.
Just need more volume now, but it's not echoing. So whatever you did, just turn the volume up and leave everything else alone.
I get a fever.
Check 1, 2. It
Only
doesn't sound right.
prescription is more
yeah, it's
cowbell. Yeah, we
horrible.
sound
Distorted.
distorted big time.
That's what Steve Jarrett said. It sounds distorted.
Yeah, now we sound terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
We would sound good if we didn't sound terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what's different here. Obviously, you've done something.
All right, we're gonna give this a try.
Yeah, but this doesn't sound right. We're not sounding right.
Yeah.
This sounds really weird.
Yeah, I can't even
Weird,
hear
weird,
myself
weird.
in my headphones.
It sounds like we're like in a it's like muted almost, like muffled. It's like really.
That's what I've been trying to
What's that?
tell you when I go to edit the shows. That's what it's been sounding like.
Yeah, but this doesn't even sound right on our headphones. It doesn't sound right at all. Check
I-
1, 2. It sounds
Check.
weird.
I can't
Yeah.
even. I hear yous in my headphones, but I don't hear myself. That's weird.
I hear you. It just doesn't sound right.
Y-O-U-S-E? Uzis?
I just hope it's.
Well, I told
What do
her
you
to
think
call
it
her
is,
right
Gene?
back.
Gene, what do you make of this? Like a hat? Like a brooch? Like a pterodactyl?
What is that box
Coffee,
thing
Johnny?
on
No,
the
thanks.
table?
That's for headphones.
That?
Yeah,
That's an air conditioner.
That's headphones.
it is.
It's an air
Yeah,
conditioner.
yeah.
Could that be causing interference?
Because
No,
we didn't
no.
have that last
No,
time.
it's there. We go. Now it's sounding a little better.
Yeah. Now I can
now
hear
we're
it.
up a little bit.
But it still sounds
It,
distorted.
it doesn't sound normal. It
No,
sounds
it's
very
still
weird.
echoing.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it.
Now it's echoing.
yeah, there's the echo again.
God damn it.
Gene, did you pick the board up and throw it hard on the ground? You should
Yeah.
try picking the board up and throwing it hard on the
What
ground.
can we disconnect that doesn't affect the show? The splitter?
You want to go out of the Skype and re-log in?
Oh, okay.
But maybe that's what's causing the echo is the Skype.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but something's not right. It
Yeah.
the show doesn't nothing sounds right.
Is the volume up on the Skype?
You know how it sounds? It sounds like when you have like when you blow your nose and your ears are clogged.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Something
Nasal.
like
Hey,
when you climb,
Did you
when you
have
go up
any
in a
problems
mountain.
on your show?
No.
No. it's
Other
not
than he
fine.
kept playing the wrong music.
No, it sounded
that-
great during his
you
show.
know.
Well, actually,
We
right
know
now
what the
there's no
problem there
echo
is.
at all.
Yeah, Gene.
Right now.
Hello?
Yeah.
I think it's the same problem here.
Yeah.
Check 1, 2.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't hear the echo.
Gene, whatever you did just now, there's no echo at all.
There's no echo, but it doesn't sound right.
It sounds better than
It
before.
sounds better than
It,
before.
it sounds like your ears are clogged.
Yeah.
No, but it
Yeah.
does
It
sound
really
better
does.
than
We
before.
sound
Maybe
like
your
we're-
ears are clogged.
We sound like we're all fucked up.
Do I have
And we are.
Is my volume low, Gene? Because
No,
I
you
can't hear
sound good
myself.
to me.
Okay, because I can't hear myself in my
Well,
headphones.
That's the
I-
headphones.
I would try to call her back as soon as possible because she was like.
She's throwing her
Yeah.
arms up right now going, geez, they'll have happy
All
days
right.
too before
All right,
gets
this
done.
is good. All right, let's
Check
try
1,
it.
2. Oh, now it sounds all right.
We're gonna
Yeah.
call her back. She's gonna
Good,
tell us
give
to
this a
sit
try.
on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
it. Let's do it.
Hey.
Give her a really good introduction.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't require one.
All right.
Hello. Hello, Moto.
Moto frio.
She still sounds.
Now it sounds right.
All right, we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Marion.
There we go.
Well, how do you like that?
All
That
right.
sounds good.
Oh, much better, much better. I apologize about the technical difficulties. I'm very sorry about that.
All right, but excepting I heard the echo of my own voice. but that's all right.
Or you
I'm hearing myself read back to me.
Wow. You know, Aaron, you really should get your stuff together here. I don't know what the problem is.
I know. Pull yourself together. You know, there's two of you. There's two of you in the room here. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is just going to be twice as long as an interview because we're asking everything twice.
Are you still hearing an
Now,
echo?
right. Well, yes, I am, but I'm just going to talk through it, okay?
That
All right,
sounds good
all right.
to
You
me.
know
That's
what? We're going to do the same thing.
All right. All right, everybody. Joining us now live on the air is an iconic actress who you've known and loved and seen on TV for many, many years. You may remember her from one of the most successful sitcoms to ever be on TV, Happy Days. She's got a new book out, and it's called My Days, Happy and Otherwise. Please welcome for the first time on the Animal House Radio Show, Miss Marion Ross.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm so happy to talk to you. I have no idea what you boys are up to, you know.
Oh, it's all downhill from here, just to let you know. No, but I want to.
Yeah, we aim low so we don't disappoint.
I want to actually thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on. I know you're doing so many interviews per day, and we're happy just to be able to have the chance to talk to you. So it's an honor to speak to you because I've admired your work for many, many years.
Well, I raised you, didn't I?
Absolutely.
You sure did.
Yeah.
And you turned out so well. I'm so proud. Yeah.
Well, we're an extension of our mother.
That's
Yes.
it. You are what your mother is.
Yes.
That's what they always say.
Yes.
Marion, let me ask you. I want to jump right in with you. The book My Days. I had a chance to read quite a bit of it. I didn't get through it all, but I think it's just absolutely fabulous. And one of the most fabulous part for me was that on the TV you're painted as this mom who where nothing goes wrong, but in your personal life you had a lot of bumps in the road, and you managed to weather that, but it wasn't always a rosy picture.
No, I had to. I got a divorce when I was 50. You know, all came or 40 when I was 40. So it all came apart.
Oh wow.
That's tough.
What is it like to be, coming off of a successful, doing a really critically acclaimed TV show to have that happen personally? Does that take a lot of?
Well,
I can imagine.
no,
it does,
that came after. That came after the divorce. So, Happy Days saved my life, and I was able to raise my children, my lovely children, and become an icon. It was not so bad.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, it worked out good. Yeah, you went from bad to good. It worked out good.
Bad to good to icon.
Yeah.
Gisela, you had a question?
Yeah, we grew up watching you. So you started the show. You had 3 children, right? So why
Yes.
did you phase out the character of Chuck?
Yes. Well, we had 3 Chucks. We did
Right.
over the years, and we just didn't need them, So
Oh, wow. Yeah.
How do you think Chuck feels about that?
we were a very
Show Chuck.
careless family. We just got rid of him,
Yeah. We usually do that in Jersey City too.
Gary Marshall, I had the pleasure to work with Gary Marshall on one of his movies called New Year's Eve, and I actually ran into him on set. I was actually on a break, and I was walking to the bathroom, and I actually bumped into him, and I couldn't have met a more sweeter, a more intelligent, and a brilliant person in my life. And he sat and he talked to me for a half hour, and I just think he was a genius the way he did and created stuff. But I wanted to ask you, for Happy Days, as actors and actresses, did they allow you ad-libbing, or did you have to follow the script?
We followed the script, baby. You know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
The beauty
It's a very precise art, you know, and
Yeah.
and these writers had worked very hard on that script, and so we respected them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, it was well written too, so.
Oh, it was
there
brilliantly
nothing
written,
to
yeah.
Rewrite.
And the beauty part about it is that, and from a viewer's point of view, Marion, it looked like, you know, and a lot of those shows to me, you know, from the 70s and the 80s, it always looked like you were having a lot of fun. Was that the case? Was it a lot, even though it was work, was it a lot of fun to do?
Oh, it really was, and of course I loved Henry Winkler, the Fonz. Mrs. C had such a crush on the Fonz, you know. So.
Yeah, you know what, Marion, this is Shay Farrell. I have to ask you a question about that. Now, you always read that there was like a crush. Marion, you know, had a crush on the Fonz, because who didn't? But, I mean, and even at 7 years old, I realized when, you know, you'd go, oh, Arthur, and he'd put his head on your shoulder. Even at 7, I was like,
yes.
What's something going on there? You know what I mean? But I picked up on that at 7, so... You know, I'm like, what's up with that? You know, does Howard know?
Howard would be so annoyed. He would be so annoyed at our relationship, you know. So he did care.
Oh, wow.
Marion, this is Paul Veneer. I got to tell you, before I was a comedian, I was a musician, and we lived out there for about a year out in California, the band. And we went to the Happy Days shows. We went to a couple of tapings of those shows, and I got to tell you, off camera, it seemed like everybody was like family, even off camera to me. And I'm sure it was.
Yes.
Was it?
Oh no, we were. We were. We would sit together before before we filmed the show with the audience out there, but we were waiting, and we would tell stories. And
Right.
I can remember one time Tom Bosley said, "No, you know, your mother something," and I said, "Tom, I'm not their mother."
Yeah. Now take that fuzz off. You look ridiculous.
So, Marion, what was the reasoning behind doing the book? Even though it was a phenomenal book, and I think it was the foreword was beautifully written by Ron Howard. What was the timing of why you decided to do it?
I didn't decide to do it. My son, Jim Meskerman, comes to me with this writer, and he says, "You're going to write a book, Mother." I said, "No. So they chained me to a chair and got me talking.
Oh, wow.
That's, you know, it's funny because that's not a normal way you would. Most people go out to write a book.
Right.
Yours kind of had to be dragged out of you.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I think it turned out, I'm pleased with it. I like the way it turned out.
Oh, it's a beautiful book, and I hear it's being very well received, and that's funny because you weren't like really, that wasn't what you set out to do, and I hear nothing but rave reviews about it, so that's amazing, and I couldn't be happier. But you know, I would always, you know, you always look for good quality books from celebrities and not just, you know, tell-alls and all this other stuff, but it really, you know what I'm saying, it's like it speaks to the heart in a lot of ways, and that's why it makes it so interesting.
Well, my life hit a bump in the road when I was 40.
Right.
So I had to knuckle down and rebuild my life, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Was that, how difficult was that?
Pretty damn hard. Right.
Yeah.
Wait, did Mrs. C just swear?
No, you know, Marion, besides the obvious chemistry of the cast, which is, and you don't see, you know, it's hard. It's only at certain times when you see casts like that come together. What was I going to say? What do you attribute the success of the show to? Was it the writing? Was it the cast? Was it the timing of the country? What was going on that made America fall in love with the Cunninghams?
I attribute it all to Gary Marshall because he put us all together into a softball team. and he was first base. He trained Henry Winkler from New York City to be a pitcher, and Ron Howard was right field. His brother Scott was catcher. Anson Williams was, we all played softball.
Oh wow.
We traveled to all the major ballparks and played PR before the games to all over the United States.
Oh wow.
And then we went to the East German border and played softball with the U.S. Infantry up in Gebelstadt, where the Nazis had been, and we played softball with these guys.
That's awesome.
Infantry.
So you actually had time to bond as a family together,
Yes.
and that's what made it even more special.
Oh, I think the ball team was a tremendous device. And after the show series was coming to an end, the very next day, we all got in a plane and flew to Okinawa and played softball with the U.S. Marines. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's incredible.
That is.
That really is incredible.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And that we actually had we've had Donnie and Anson on the show, and they're big supporters of our show, and they did a lot for the troops. We're big fans of the alert drops that Anson promotes, and because the military uses them. Yeah, it's been saving lives. And Donnie, we follow his career. He's doing real great as a singer. And it's funny when I told a couple of my co-hosts we're gonna have Don Most on, and he's singing now, and their first reaction was Ralph Malph sings, and it was just funny. But he was a great guest. He was a great guest.
That's so great. Well, we're kind of old history in a way, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
A lot of our audience is old enough to remember us vividly.
And the nice thing is now that our children are getting to watch you too.
Yeah.
All over again.
Oh, I hope they are.
Yes, they are.
I hope they are. I tell you, our scripts were watched so carefully by standards and practices. We were very controlled about what we could say and what we could do.
Right.
Right. Was even though was there any did the studios give you a hard time about the character of Fonzie because he was in the beginning he was
Greaser.
He was supposed to be a hood, but he turned out to be like America's sweetheart. But were they a little nervous about portraying that type of character?
Well, he started in a gabardine jacket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like more of like a James Dean jacket.
And then for him to go into the leather jacket you never saw the motorcycle really. He never saw him running that motorcycle. I don't think he knew how to ride it.
Yeah.
But,
I read that he didn't like him, that he didn't know how to ride.
Yeah.
No, sometimes wheeled onto the stage,
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Our world changes so fast. What's acceptable one minute isn't the next, and then it is accepted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marion, just out of curiosity, and so we always have a guest on for the first time, we always like to ask them. I mean, everyone knows you from Happy Days, but you've done so much more. But I wanted to ask, for you, starting out, where did it all start for you? When did Marion Ross know that she wanted to be an actress and pursue this career?
Well, you'll have to get the book, but it started when I was about 13, 14. I was absolutely driven to become somebody famous. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And by the time I was 22, I was here in Minnesota. I started in Minnesota. I was under contract to Paramount Studios at age 22.
Oh, wow.
Can you believe that?
Wow.
Amazing.
Talk about drive.
Well, they saw the talent early. They knew right away.
Yeah. Marion, is it true that you changed the spelling of your name because you thought it would look better on a marquee?
Yes. I got a little prayer book, when you're like 12. I'm Episcopalian, and on gold is my name on the prayer book. It was Marian.
Right. Oh, okay.
I didn't think that looked good with the Ross, so I just changed it from then on. And then I changed it.
So
I said, this is not going to look good
This is not going to look good on a marquee.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's funny.
That's it's amazing. You were what 13 at the time.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. You could see that there's like that foresight at the time
Hmm.
to say, I know what looks good on a marquee and what doesn't, so I'm going to change my
I
name.
used to go to the library and read who's who of famous people. And it said they were born and then they're famous. I think, what? Now you're famous? Well, what happened in there? How did they get to be famous? You know,
Yeah.
how did this happen?
Yeah.
Is there anything? I mean, are you? I know you're doing the book now. Are you still involved in the acting? Do you still want to be on screen, or are you?
No, darling, because you know I'm 89, so I am retired.
Good for
Oh.
you.
I think it's high time.
Well, good for you, but a shame for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna say. I think you're too young to retire, but I understand. It's been quite a
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, it's been quite a run.
I have to retire while I still have my wits about me, you know?
You definitely do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Marion, could you have imagined that when you played Polly Haynes in the Glenn Miller story in 1953 that you'd have come this far?
Yeah, really.
No. Isn't that wonderful?
It is
Yeah.
Because I
wonderful.
was so unimportant. But you know what my fondest memory of that was? I sat at the lunch counter with Louis Armstrong, Cozy Cole, Barney Bernard, all
Wow.
these famous black musicians,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there next to Louis Armstrong, talking to him, asking him questions.
Right.
Can you believe that?
That's
Oh,
great.
wow.
I've in my lifetime, I have worked with and met some pretty fabulous people.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. It's really not that much different than right now me sitting here talking to you.
Yeah, to us, you're a living
You know what I
legend.
mean?
And
I gotta
and
be
I'm
honest
not
with
just, Yeah, we're not just.
You know,
putting you on.
my little butt was sitting in front of the TV on Channel 7 Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. I had to catch the Cappy Days. You know what I mean?
We have a question from one of our listeners. They wanted to know how was it like working with Florence Henderson? You were on the Brady Bunch.
Oh, I love Florence. Florence was oh my God, and Florence died. I can't
Yeah.
Oh, I
believe it.
know.
Florence was one of my best friends. I love Florence
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, yeah.
She was a pistol.
Marion, while
Yeah.
while shooting Happy Days, now like you, just like you told us earlier that you know you played softball together, you got a chance to bond to become a family. Why, like in the first season, did everybody there know that they had something special, that it was going to turn out to be this iconic TV series generations later?
No, not at all. We would get pieces of one script, and then we would get some pieces of the next week's script, and it was kind of a jumble. And we didn't know each other. We're trying to get to know each other.
Right.
And finally, the young producer called us in his office, and he was part Bill Bickley was his name, and he was part American Indian. And he stood there with his arms crossed over him, looked like a warrior, and he said, "You all have to cooperate because we have a hit on our hands."
Wow.
That's amazing.
So Marion, we know the show was a great show, and we realized that everything was, you know, everyone was happy. So what's the most controversial thing that happened backstage on the Happy Days? Is like, what's the worst thing that ever happened?
Oh, I didn't get along well with Tom Bosley, or he didn't get along with me at the first for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
He wanted somebody more important because he had come from Broadway
Right.
and starred in Fiorello on Broadway. Now, I was apparently not important enough for him. So that was a rough uphill climb for me.
Right.
But then it was all forgotten. In fact, we had so many famous people to come and visit on our set. We had
Right.
the Beatles come. They apparently wanted to come to the Happy Days set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Believe it.
wow.
I actually have that picture of,
And we
of John Lennon with his
And
son.
We had famous athletes. I remember Hank Aaron coming.
Right.
He wanted to go to Happy Days. There he is backstage meeting
wow.
everybody.
Yeah.
So,
You know what?
all in all,
We find
We
that
had
to
a good
be
time.
we get that a lot when we interview celebrities, and like we interviewed Burt Ward, who played Robin in the original Batman series, and he says when their show when it became a hit, it was a hit almost instantaneously. He said everybody who was anybody wanted to be on that show. I mean, you guys pretty much broke Robin Williams. That was where he got his big, you know.
Yes.
So we got to start.
that was pretty thrilling. My
Yeah.
God, people were coming out of their offices down to the set because they heard about this guy, and and I could see Ron Howard and Henry Winkler just dig there into the ground and try to hang on as tight as they could because Robin Williams was like a storm. He just absolutely came in and took over and bedazzled everybody.
Right.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely another one who was gone way too soon, which
Yeah.
is a shame. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, it's a tragic story. Yeah.
Now, Marion, you read a lot of articles, and Hollywood is Hollywood, and sometimes there's a lot of stuff that's out there, and it's BS. But the show was supposed to be centered around Richie, who was supposed to be the star. But when Henry Winkler came in, the character of Fonzie sort of overshadowed that. But there wasn't any animosity, but because it seemed, from what I can understand, that Ron was like, "Hey, no problem. I just want the show to be good," and he sort of let the character of Fonzie have the spotlight.
Also, he, in his contract, whatever the Fonz got paid, Ron got paid.
Right.
So it was 50-50. And I must give Ron a lot of credit because he was able to keep Richie 50-50 with the Fonz. If you see the storylines, it
Right.
was an incredible achievement. Ron is an exceptional man.
Yeah.
So it's a tribute to both of those men that they were able to do this. Otherwise, we would have blown that show apart right away.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Yeah.
They would have spun the Fonz off into another series.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah. Marion, can I ask a question? What was your favorite episode?
I think my favorite was when I danced the tango with the Fonz.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
the
we won the
dance-a-thon.
dance contest.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
was
That was my
very
favorite.
important.
See?
I got to wear a beautiful evening gown, and I got to dance with the Fonz. We did the tango. It was pretty swell.
See, I knew there was something between you and the Fonz. I knew it.
See, we're digging. We're getting there.
She's still reminiscent about it today.
I know Howard was very annoyed.
Yes, I could imagine.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, we've had Anson on the show, and we've had Donnie, and we're actually in the process of getting Henry on, but that guy is so busy, it's unbelievable. But I just realized that, like, this week marks 2 years that we're on the air, and we're doing really well because we get to speak to iconic actors and actresses like yourself. But I forgot that we had Susie Quattro, who played
Leather
Tuscadero
Tuscadero
on the
Yes.
show. And
Yes.
she was a phenomenal guest.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, how is Susie?
She's
Yeah.
still. I
She's
tell
doing
you
well.
what,
She's doing good.
she's still in the music business. She lives out in England now, in the UK, and she just got her doctorate from Oxford, so she's doing real well.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love hearing that.
Yeah,
Good.
See, you raised all your children very well. See.
that's it.
Well, she wasn't really one of my children.
No.
She was a,
Well, none of them were.
She
It
was a cousin. She was a
Yeah,
cousin.
none of them were. It was just a show, Marion. Come on. Yeah, you know what? I had read that Roz Kelly was supposed to be Pinky Tuscadero was supposed to be a long-term girlfriend,
Yeah,
but
Roz
her and
Kelly, I
her
don't
and
think-
Henry Winkler didn't get
I
along.
don't think it came to a good end.
Right.
No, I
Right.
don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
You'll have to research that.
Yeah, from what I read, Roz Kelly couldn't get along with Henry Winkler
Well,
too
that'll
well.
be a good question for Henry when we get him on.
Yeah, right.
So, Marion, what's your favorite thing now? Now you're retired. Besides the book, what's your favorite thing to do in retirement? What do you like to do? Do you like to
Yeah.
garden? What do you like to do?
Oh, isn't it interesting? I am the busiest bee. I have 1,000 things going all the time, and I have absolutely wonderful children.
Right.
Maybe you know my children. My daughter Ellen was a writer-producer on Friends, of
Oh,
all things,
that's great.
Oh, wow.
and now she's creating a new pilot for ABC, and they've written it and they've filmed it, and I'll have to see what phase they're at now.
Right.
Now, my son, Jim Meskimen, he is in the commercial of George Washington being towed across
Oh, that's
yeah.
hysterical.
I love that commercial.
for Geico.
I love that commercial.
My
That's a
son,
great
that's
commercial.
the best commercial.
Wait, which
that's
one is
it.
he?
So, yeah.
Is he
So
George
I have
Washington?
these wonderful children.
What does he do in the commercial? Because let me tell you something, Marion.
I love that commercial.
That Geico
He's George
commercial.
Washington.
Nice.
How
So
funny is it?
crazy.
That's
Do you
great.
know how much I love that commercial? We've all got places to go. I mean,
Big man with a horn.
when I first first saw that commercial, I
laughed.
almost fell out of my
Oh
chair
my
laughing.
God.
My wife and I laughed hysterically.
That's
Yes.
a great commercial.
Who knew the connection? That's amazing.
That
That's
is so
funny.
awesome.
It's such a small world, though. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
That's
great.
And they saw how tough it was. In the early years. I can remember my son wanted to buy a tape recorder. No, something like that. And I said, no, we can't buy. No, I know it was. It was a hairdryer. He wanted to buy a hairdryer. I said, no, we can't afford a hairdryer. And now I think we have maybe 6 hairdryers.
5 of which are never used.
5 are burnt out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least you're ahead of the game because
Yeah.
I don't have any hair, so I don't have no use for 6 of them.
Oh boy.
So, Marion, when people go to buy this book, what can a reader expect from reading this book? Is there any surprises in it that or
Well, to me, the whole career is a surprise. Here I am, a girl from Minnesota, no show business in my family,
Right.
and I had such a strong drive, and I did it. And then by 22, I'm under contract to Paramount.
Right.
I mean, who can believe that?
Right.
Awesome.
it's a classic Hollywood from rags to riches? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really interested actually in reading the book.
Me too.
But the only thing that's
I
better than
think it was probably good that I was so far away from Hollywood that I didn't know how it ran.
Right.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know that I couldn't do that.
Right. You didn't
Right.
get corrupted by all the
Right.
exactly I
I'm
forgot-
very interested in reading the book. The only thing better than reading the My Days by Marion Ross book is a signed copy of the My Days by Marion Ross book.
You know what? I didn't even realize it. I forgot to tell Harlan, but
Why
you were
don't you come over? You come over, and I'll sign it. Okay.
Aw.
you
Let
know
me
what?
have the address.
I, you know what?
Here's to everyone in
We're
the
driving
world.
tonight.
Yeah, listen, I kicked myself in the butt because I just realized the other day that you were in New Jersey. You weren't too far from us, and had I known, I would have come out to see you.
Yeah.
Just to say thank you for entertaining me all these years. It's amazing, and I miss
Oh.
you were in New Jersey. How long are you going to keep touring now?
Well, I'm going down to San Diego to do a lot of selling the book at the Globe Theater, where I was trained.
Right.
And I'll just fool around with the book, and then maybe I'll get all goofy and get old. Who knows?
Well, I hope you come back to Jersey because I'd like to meet you and have you sign my book because it's an amazing book. And
You'll never be old, Marion. You're young at heart.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's right.
never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In our
Okay.
hearts, you're 19 years old.
And still under contract with
Well-
Paramount.
I think if you're an actor, we don't get old. Actors, we keep the child in us
Right.
very much alive.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I want to, Marion. If they do you have a website? Is the book available on Amazon or?
You can get it at Amazon.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And do you have a website? Yours MarionRoss.com or?
I do.
Okay, so they can get the
What
book
is
there.
that?
And,
Well, you just have to look it all up. I don't know how it works. I have a secretary. Who knows all.
Is it also available digital? Like
oh, probably
on a
e-
note?
e-books
Like
and
a
stuff, yeah.
spit. Yeah. Sure.
Well,
audio?
I'm addressing all the armed forces and the troops overseas and all our non-military audience. Please pick up this book, My Days Happy and Otherwise by Marion Ross. It's a terrific read, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And Marion, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties tonight, but it's been an honor and a pleasure
Well,
having you on.
I've had a very good time talking to you. You're lots of fun. I like you a lot.
Thank you.
And we
Thank
love
you.
you. And listen, you tell Harlan anytime you need us, if you have anything that you want to promote, you have an open door. Your family.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you.
Val.
Marion Ross,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank
No,
you.
no.
Yeah, let's take a
Let's take a
short
break.
break. We'll be back with Sid Haig at 9:45. Well, don't go nowhere. This is the Animal House Radio Show.